is the capability of uploading a new list. And so what does this mean? Well, I can take any of my connectors out here. And so, for example, if I wanted to pull something from one of my GP connectors, I can pick, that GP. If we wanted to just send, I've already done some of these. I think I've already done. Let's see if I can do inventory items here. So you can see if you had favorites, you can publish just those favorites. So if you had 10 different favorites, some people are going to want to push this out 10 different times. I'll pick just the default on this one for now, and we'll just call this migration, just so we know it's for us today. And I can pick a group that I'm going to put it, so I'll just put it right in my GP group. And so what this is doing, basically, this is saying, hey, we pointed to our GP connector, but now we want to push this data up to that data lake. So you can see this is something that's pretty easy to do. It basically is take any piece of data from GP and push that information into that system. So if we go back and pull up a new tab here now, and instead of coming from GP, we're going to go to this data lake. It should be done uploading by now. Items migration. And there we go. There's our everything we have, but now it's coming from the data lake instead of directly from GP. We've added all the columns, right? Because I didn't do any favorites, so I could add, any of these columns that made sense, and you still have access to all the extra data. But here's the key now, right? Is that I can go back inside of that widget that's going to go inside of Business Central in this case, and I can add that new list. So let's do this, and then we'll show it to you inside of Business Central. And I'm going to add it to, I have one called Smart Lists, so we'll add that one. And we'll pick our items migration. Okay, so that's how easy it is. Now, if we go back inside of here, and I'm just going to open up that window again so we get the new list that's there. I'll even pick a company this time just so I don't mess myself up. And so if I go back inside of here, you'll see I have under the smart list section, I have the items migration. So there's the new one that we just pushed inside of there. And there you go. We have those fields. And again, I can add any of the extra columns that I want. But you'll see is we now have the nice names for these, right? So if I switch to, again, one of the other things, if I switch to sales transactions, for example, we're now getting SOP type instead of, SOP type, and we're getting SOP number and customer PO number. These are better names, right, that you're used to seeing from inside of the GP interface. So this is pretty cool, is that we can have this embedded inside of BC, and we can access it whenever we need to from this interface.